to the first tutorial video of the TEAMFIGHT Tactics series from the EP Honey Badgers. We will be covering the basic elements to get you started in this game today. TEAMFIGHT Tactics, or TFT, is an auto-battler game developed and published by Riot Games. The game takes place in the League of Legends universe and is based on Dotto Auto Chess, where players compete online against 7 other opponents by building a team to be the last one standing. The battlefield consists of hexagons where players can strategically place champions of their side of the game board between matches. In each match, a short battle automatically commences, with 2 players matched randomly for that match, or else paired against computer-controlled enemies. In the matches against computer-controlled enemies, or PvE, each enemy has a chance to drop gold, champions, item components, or full items that the player can use to enhance their champions. In the game, you will play 6 matches every round, 5 against players and 1 against a PvE. Every game lasts usually between 3 to 6 rounds, though this may vary depending on how close the matches are. When the game starts, you will see a shared draft in form of a circle with champions moving around, each holding an item component or a full item on some locations. Every mid-round, this draft will appear again, and the 2 lowest health players get to choose first, followed by the next pair, and so on. You should use this opportunity to look for a champion or item that you may need. When the draft starts, plan for multiple options, as you will have to act fast when it is your turn. Players start with a base income of 2 gold. This increases per round until you max out at a base income of 5 gold. For every 10 gold that you have at the end of the match, you get 1 extra gold, until 50, which further increase your income per match. Players can also gain additional income per match by either winning multiple matches in a row or losing multiple matches in a row. You can check your tier by putting your mouse over your income. With this gold, they can either re-roll the 5 champions offered to you in order to find that one champion that you may need to level them up, or purchase experience points to increase your level. The higher a player's level, the more champions that they can place on a board, which can also be augmented by certain items. I recommend to get to 50 gold as fast as possible in order to further increase your interest income. You can see the interest in how many orbs there are on your left side of the board. There are currently 52 champions available in TFT as of patch 10.8. Individual champions will have both a health bar and a mana bar, as well as different abilities, which are actives or passives. Taking damage from enemy attacks or abilities will lower a champion's health, but increase a champion's mana. When a champion's health reaches 0, they are effectively removed from the match. When a champion's mana bar is full, they cast a unique ability. Each champion can increase a level once you have 3 copies of the same level, meaning that having 3 copies of level 1 will increase to a 2-star level, and having 3 copies of level 2 will increase it to a 3-star level, resulting in a considerable increase of all the stats with each level up. Increasing levels also change the possibility of higher tier champions to appear in the store. Also, each tier has a limited amount of champions in the champion pool. Remember to stay updated at each patch change, as some champions and traits become stronger or weaker. Along with each champion having different tiers and abilities, each have their own 2 to 3 traits in some cases. Every synergy requires different champions with the same trait in order to acquire a special power-up when you fulfill all the requirements. These traits are repeated between some champions, so I would recommend to try to pair them since this means that it's easier to get that power-up. Plan accordingly in order to find the best combination. Starting season or set 3 of TEAMFIGHT Tactics, Galaxies were introduced. As of patch 10.8, there are 5 different galaxies other than the regular one in which you can be placed in. More galaxies have been announced to be added during the season, but for now we have these. Not so little legends or medium legends. You start the game with 25 extra HP, and well, the little legends are bigger. Lilac Nebula. All units in the first carousel will be 4 cost units. Nicoverse. You get 2 Nico's health items at the start of the game, which you can use to create 2 copies of the champion used on. Super Dance. Once you reach level 5, you will be granted the item Force of Nature, which will allow you to add an extra champion to your game board. Trade Sector. As explained before, you can reroll your store in order to get 5 new champions in it for the cost of 2 gold. In this galaxy, you have 1 free reroll every single match. Thank you for joining us in our first TFT tutorial. We will continue to add more tutorials going more in depth to the various mechanics and tips you can use in order to turn the tides to your favor. Stay safe.